mileage of $4. Configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Allen on first and 10. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down. The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Throwing on second and long. Allen. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness. Go.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And it'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. Inside give to Elliott. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run the counter with Cook. And some room to work. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On play action, Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Cook. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield. On
play action, Prescott. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Allen off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They try again with Cook, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Prescott. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Pat Freiermuth as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The point after is good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Taken down at the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed out quickly at the end. Off the play fake, Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen going to keep it again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. And the tight end goes in motion left.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man, don't do that.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Allen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Davis. Touchdown!
Gabriel Davis from 4 yards out. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Allen will try to throw for it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw, it's Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here's Dak. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Right back to Cook for another completion. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now an option play on second down. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score.
It's caught inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw, Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. It all came down